So it's been a little while since we've had a little bit of a podcasty sort of catch-up episode based at the elders and just talking about content, real life, change to the channel and stuff like that. So welcome to November's edition and the actual last edition before I return back to work in December. Now you'll be pleased to know for this episode I do have a list of things to run through, so we're going to be a bit more organised and a bit more in one direction than normal rather than the traditional all over the place chaos which sometimes happens in my videos. But I hope you guys have noticed a bit more as well in the videos. I like to think they've been a bit more structured rather than being a bit like frantic and all over the place. I am trying to improve on that in the next coming year or so, improve on the quality of the videos, the structure and also the quality of the editing and stuff as well. Hopefully, maybe more in the next couple of months you guys will see that happen a bit more. But definitely aware of it and aware of a couple of the sound issues and laggy frames. So we are on the case with it. But sit down, just play this in the background. I'll be just woodcutting away doing elders, so nothing too important. Just trying to get some logs in the bank, just to make a little bit of GP. This is my FK skill at the minute because I'm quite into training woodcutting, ready and prepared for the 110 woodcutting update coming. If you are brand new to the channel, if you do enjoy these videos, I do think we're going to be doing a lot more next year. Because I think they're a nice way for me to sort of talk to you about the seriousness of like trying to get a video across, like trying to show you guys a money making method, and it's just a bit more of a chill vibe in these videos where I can just sit and skill and you guys can skill and listen as well. So yeah, if you're brand new, make sure to drop a subscription. Again, we have smashed the subscription goal for this year, so just want to end on a high and see where we can really end up being. But so first thing on the list is, I've already mentioned it, I return to work. I actually return to work when 110 woodcutting, fletching and fire making come to the game, which I am so annoyed about. I've been waiting for the woodcutting, fletching and fire making update for the longest time, so that's coming on the day I return to work. So maybe not do videos like straight as it's released like we did with mining. Maybe it's going to have to be when I get home, but either way I'll make sure we do get some content out pretty decent and pretty quickly as well, just for you guys to enjoy. Because again, one thing I think this channel has done a lot more of and I've done better with is like sort of having the finger close to the pulse with like relatable on the day content and trying to give you guys the best way to capitalize on anything which is making more profit or more money than possible and making more money than normal, just to give you guys that little head start to try and help yourselves out and make a little bit more profit. But yeah, so going back to work, in terms of videos, I think for December will be pretty much fine. I've kind of refined my video making process over these past 6 months, where I've gone in with more of a plan. I've put things together a lot quicker and I've got quicker with editing just through naturally doing videos. And one thing I was considering doing over the Christmas period is maybe doing a couple of videos off of Runescape. Maybe like just talking about my 6 months off, my travels, but also if you're aspiring to like do YouTube videos and stuff like this, maybe I can put together like one video of just talking through my thought process and making a video, how I find my ideas and stuff like that. I imagine like it'd be sort of kind of a flow process which you can do across multiple kind of niches, so not just these kind of videos. But if you are interested, again, I do think I'm going to hit after Christmas with a couple of like real life stuff. So again, like what my year's been, my targets and goals for the year after, in the hopes that like it kind of inspire you and you guys can do something similar, because I do think it's something which has dramatically transformed my life for the past couple of years. Is that in Christmas I have that 1 week period before I go back to work normally, and I use that as a really good way to like self-reflect, like build goals for the next year. And especially with YouTube, I always have like a certain layout for YouTube and a set of my goals for YouTube. And I think that's helped me push to what we've done this year, especially like the video count for this year is crazy. In the fact I've done so much traveling and so much stuff and growth and stuff, and done so much growth and still been able to sort of put out that amount of content. Admittedly, I'd like it to have been a bit more polished. I'd like my editing to be a bit better, but I think that's just me being harsh on myself, that I'd always want to produce better videos. I do see some of the levels coming out from other content creators in RS3, and I do wish I could be that level, which again, another year experience coming up, I might be able to get somewhere there. I'm really trying to open up my channel to a different style of editing next year, where I can try and be a bit better and a bit more professional and a bit smoother in all the transitions and stuff. But that's definitely on the cards. But returning to work, weirdly looking forward to it. As much as I love being able to do this, one, I do need the money. The money is starting to become a bit of a problem. And also, it's a weird sort of mental challenge, which I think I've missed. Like, this is great because I can be creative and I can do loads of different things. But what I really miss from the work side is the mental sharpness, like having to think ahead, having to like understand problems and fix problems. That's a kind of sort of situation I don't generally get from doing this. So that'd be nice to get back as well, because I do think that I do miss it. So yeah, that'd be nice. Again, I'll be able to work from home 2 days a week, hopefully. And that'll be when I can sort of do my brainstorming, my content planning, and maybe even some recording and editing on those days as well. That'd be really nice. And in the weekend, I can just have for playing and doing some other stuff as well. But like I say, these videos are something nice where I can kind of get a bit more of me across, rather than having to be like sleek to the point and not try and rush the video. I can just be me and just sit and skilling stuff and just chill. Whereas I try not to take your guys' time up unnecessarily on videos. I try and sort of like get the points across, get like all the information you need, and then get you guys moved on, rather than you having to spend 15 minutes just because I'm messing around trying to get a bit of a laugh or two out of you guys. So I always try and be a bit wooden to a point, just to make sure that the videos come across like full of information and full of value. But these videos, we can have a little bit of a sit down and talk. So definitely going to be one a month, and then I can talk a bit more about like real life, what's going on, what are my plans, and not just content. They've done really well this year with just content, but I think like I can just keep you guys up in the loop on what's going on, how we performed, maybe even do a bit of a channel reflection, how the channel's done, how January came for like views and stuff. But I do think I'm looking at some projects, more like real life channels and real life things, where maybe we can talk more about like channel, how my channel's performing, like more YouTube-y stuff on another sort of thing to keep it away. One thing I've been very conscious of is I didn't want to drown this in other stuff. This is my RS3 channel. So I want to keep it that way. But I do think next year we might branch off for a few little projects. If they work, great. If they don't, then I'm going to enjoy the process anyway. And that's how I approach everything, whether it's making videos for this channel or any other channel. I'm just here to have a good time and enjoy the process, because that's the most important thing. Like, if I didn't enjoy this process, it would just be a grind. And somehow through the 300 plus videos we've done this year, I have enjoyed it all. I've had a great sort of summer of being able to do editing and recording in some of the most amazing locations, doing an amazing time. But yeah. But what I appreciate most about this year is the support and the comments and the love from you guys. It really has been amazing. So next thing, channel rework. So what I do over every sort of Christmas period is freshen the channel up. So I refresh the playlists, change up the sort of banners and stuff, just to give the channel sort of a fresh feel and a bit different to normal. And I like to think like every year it's like dramatically improved. We've done a couple of series this year where I think we can freshen up the playlists and stuff. And yeah, it's looking good. I do think I'm going to release a Patreon, just in case you guys want to be part of like a community on Patreon. That will be an option, and I'll probably just do like an extra video or two a week, maybe 3 or 4 a month. And just so if anyone wanted to subscribe to a Patreon channel, there is some form of content there. But I'd like to be active because, again, if anyone's willing to put the time in to support me on Patreon, I want to be there to sort of give you guys some form of value or worth. Again, there's no commitment for you guys having to do it. It's just if you wanted to, that will be there. And it'd be kind of a little cool other like project where I can just try hopefully like build the Patreon out with some content and stuff. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for it. Maybe we do some like investments or flipping, or maybe I'll do a sort of very different segment or a different kind of video for there as well. But nothing for that's going to be released till I do like a video. I'll pop it in the comments when it's there. But again, there's nothing going to be massive. I'm not taking anything away from what's currently here every week. Everything I normally do will pretty much stay here. It's just if I fancy like a little extra project or an extra video or something which is decent in terms of content, I'll put it up there as well, just so people can watch it. But let me know if you have any suggestions for that. Is there any suggestions you want to see on that? Do you think it's something worth building out? I'm pretty much here for your guys' feedback for pretty much everything. So if you don't disagree with a video, or if you find something better in a video, drop it in them comments and I'll try my absolute best to make sure to reply. Again, like I'm always willing to listen to stuff. I've had a couple of sort of like complaints about audio quality, frame quality, so I am trying consistently to try and fix those little things. You guys are my eyes and ears on video quality of stuff I might not see, as well as methods. So I am always here for any form of feedback, positive or negative. It's what we're here for. So thank you guys so much for that. Like I mentioned before, sort of like real life projects. I do think I'm going to make a sort of a 2 branch off real life channels, which I'm not going to force on you guys. Like, I'll probably make them independently for the first couple of months, and then once they sort of like get their own organic sort of feedback and attention, then like at any point, then I think it's worthwhile throwing out. And if you guys want to follow it and watch it, then that is fully there for you guys to do. Again, no pressure with it. I love your support no matter what, and I'm just grateful that you watch these videos and you like these videos as well. So that is just something on the side if you wanted to watch it, if we get to it. I've not done it yet, but that is in my plan and pipe work for sort of like end of this year, early next year. So that is there. 7-day bond on the first of the RS accounts. 7-day bond crashed and failed towards the end of the bond challenge and didn't achieve membership. So I've got to put all the clips together because it actually did quite a bit of work towards the end. Like the Gates of Eladinus Porter buff, it did a lot of work. So there are going to be some videos which were recorded a couple of months ago, which I know doesn't go down well, but I do. It's not as if I've not done videos. So I'm going to get them out as soon as possible. Again, it might just be extra filler on the weekend, just so you guys have got something extra to watch. But we'll get that finished. And then what I think I'm going to do is start 7-day bond again, probably in Jan, maybe Feb, where it's got something like a 2.4 bill loan for a year of membership and it's got to pay it back. So we'll go from there as well. Again, I think that account is so close to doing something, and because I had it lined up for the Slayer series, I do think it's worth pursuing. We'll see how the original feedback comes from. Maybe I might just put like an RS bond on it for the first sort of like 2 weeks and see what you guys think. But let me know. Might do a poll about 7-day bond, because if it's one way you guys don't really want to see it, I won't continue it. If you guys want to see me recreate like base level accounts and just try and see what I can make in a month or 2 weeks, like a bond like we have done on sort of like every anniversary of sort of June-ish, I can do that. Again, I'm very proud that I try and do as many polls as possible to put my content in the right direction, my community tab. So yeah, let me know what you guys think to that. And when I decide to put the poll out about 7-day bond, or whether you want me to start a fresh account, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Main account, I'll probably talk about this in the yearly bank video. The main account really hasn't seen a lot of love this year. Yes, it got 120 all, which I still haven't done the video on, and I probably won't, but I got 120 all. But next year, I'm hoping that it gets a bit more attention. We've got so much we can do. Like, the comp cape is so close. I just got to do the quests. And I've had 6 months off and I've still not done the quests. I've got so many clue scrolls on this account. I've got so much to do that I do think that I need at one point just to focus hard on the main accounts. Maybe when the group Iron Men are AFKing enough, then we can focus on that. The main sort of form of money making series is going to be slightly changed up now as well. Rather than it be like an individual money making method, I'm going to do a make money from X series. And what I'll try and do is, with the same skill, I'll include 2 to 3 methods. So rather than it just be like an 8-minute, 9-minute, 10-minute video just for one method, I'll try and cram in 2 to 3 in one video, which for me works because then, like, let's take a crafting video, for example. I can include in one video for crafting bowstrings, bomb vials, battle staffs. For me, that's 3 separate decent money making methods. Each get 3 minutes, so enough exposure, enough talking through to get it there. And you guys get a video with like 3 different ways to make money from crafting. But then I can go through the whole crafting skill and do that. I do have a bit of a mind as well to go through numerous versions of guides. My only problem is I want it to be very good. I want it to be very well edited, very well constructed, and very full of precise information. So they're going to take an awful long time to do. So I wouldn't envisage them being ready. If I decide to do them, I'm not going to sort of say I am going to do them until at least Feb, because I imagine the whole of January is going to be edited. In terms of after this year, because of how many videos I've done, don't be surprised if I take the first 2 to 3 weeks of January off, just to go and just not have to make a YouTube video for a little while. I think it's been quite a year and I want to keep this sort of pace up for the rest of the year. But I think January, because the views are always down in January anyway, January is still one of my worst performing, well, it is my worst performing month all year this year. So I think it might be worth next year just taking it off, taking it easy and not sort of pushing myself all the time and having just a little bit of a break from it as well. And I do think next year, the 7-day upload schedule, we do sort of like 9 to 10 videos a week. is going to be reduced next week. I think I might be going down to 4 or 5. But if, again, I'm in the mood where I can make videos consistently and the work from home days are flowing well, I might be able to keep 7 days a week. I don't want to guarantee that. I think going down to 4 in the hope that it ramps up the quality you guys see will be a lot better overall. Because, again, I love the videos I put out. I do think they bring value, but I just think I can bring more value and a more polished professional finish, which is all I really want to do more than anything. But I know that might not go down too well with some people. I know the 7-day videos are probably what made this channel grow as quick as it did. But I think by pulling the video number down and the quality up, I think it'll be more beneficial in the long run. But you let me know what you think about that as well. And really, that is it. December is going to be a lot about the 110 update, the Christmas Village, a lot of money makers, because I imagine a lot of people are going to play membership over the Christmas period. But we'll do one more, we'll continue doing these videos every month now, because again, I really like doing my little talk. But we'll do a big wrap up of the year in December, and maybe we'll talk about some YouTube stuff and go from there. But let me know what you guys think. A bit of a long one, 17 minutes. This is going to be nice to edit in a rush. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for everything. Again, if there's any suggestions, anything you want to raise, make sure to drop in the comment section. I always make sure to reply. And if it's something you want changing or something you want producing, I will always do my best to try and do that for you. But thank you guys so much for the support and watching. If you are brand new, once again, subscribe, because all those things we talked about are going to happen and come to the channel. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.